If you're familiar with the story of Jacob, when he wrestles with God or an angel of God, depending on how you view that, I see it being actually God, which is even better. Uh, there's something inside of me that absolutely gravitates towards that story. It's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. I love the way Jacob does battle and just grapples with his destiny, which is God. And God is just throwing punches back, and Jacob's like, and he throwing punches, and they're exchanging blows, and they're wrestling, they're grappling with each other, pulling hair, and they're in the dirt, and they're rolling around all night, all night. Something inside of me really loves that story, and I think that my relationship with God is a lot like that. I am very independent. I'm incredibly self-centered at a lot of instances, and I just kind of want to do the things that make me happy and the things that set me on fire inside. And I have a lot of passions and drives, and there's a lot of times where I'm told to stop and wait, and I don't want to do that. But the way I interact with God and my faith with Him takes on that role where He's like, hey, I want you to go do something. And I'm like, no. And we have this battle. And invariably, it ends up me losing, but it's not, losing is not the point, for me at least. I don't mind losing. That's fine because I'm going against the creator of the cosmos. I don't have a chance. The point is to get close. That's what I want. I want that closeness. I want to be there. I want to grapple with him. There's a quote in The Matrixes, and there's this one character, and he says to Neo, he's like, you never really know someone until you fight them. And that's always kind of stuck in my head. There's no real theological depth to it. I've always thought that fighting with someone, it brings you to a new level of intimacy with them. Sure, it's negatively charged, but you're at a new level with that person and you have to move on from there. And so, me going back over and over and wrestling with God and having this kind of Jacob moment, it fills me with faith because I know that He is actively wanting the best for me. And I may not want it at the time, or I might want something different, or I might just want nothing to do with it. But the fact that he comes in, he's like, "This is it. You and I, we're doing battle now. We got something to do and something to accomplish." And slowly, I'm beginning to say yes more and more to these things and not fighting. But there's something there that I think is so beautiful when we grapple together and we're in the dirt and it's just I'm close with him. It's weird. It's not normal. I'm not. That's the way my faith works with him. He presents something to me. We duke it out, and then after we're fine. I mean, it's kind of like having a brother, honestly. So that's my faith, and it looks different for other people because other people are different. I'm kind of weird, but yeah, be encouraged. I feel like the way that your faith is played out has a great influence on the things you say yes and no to. Often in the Bible, we see it's always a command actually, which is really cool. We see the command to not be afraid, and that is easier said than done. that I find at least. The command to not be afraid comes not from our own experience, but the reality of the God who is above our experience. And so, because we know who God is, because we understand how He has blessed us with His Spirit, walked ahead of us, and prepared good things for us to do, we can, in fact, walk in the promise that He has put out for us and can rest in that and not be afraid. You have been chosen, you've been called, and He's called you into an authentic and beautiful relationship with Him. And He's told you to not be afraid. That's not because of you, it's because of who He is. How big He is and how strong He is directly in contrast to how weak and how dependent you are on Him. His power is made perfect in your weakness because your power isn't even involved anymore. It's all Him. That's how He works. So don't be afraid. If you need encouragement today, don't be afraid.